Super Typhoon. Pepito shows no mercy as it tears through the Philippines, unleashing its fury with unrelenting force. Sustained winds howl at 195 kilometers per hour, while ferocious gusts roar up to 240 kilometers per hour. Pepito has been deemed among the strongest storms to batter the country this year. As the sixth tropical cyclone to make landfall in the Philippines in just a month, its devastating effects highlight an alarming pattern of escalating weather extremes tied to climate change. Footage from the devastated regions showed streets strewn with wreckage, twisted power lines, and families desperately trying to recover whatever remained of their belongings. On Sunday, November 17, Pepito struck Aurora province in northern Quezon with devastating force, uprooting trees, snapping power lines, and ripping metal roofing off houses. Though familiar with typhoons, these regions were caught off guard by the storm's extraordinary ferocity. Tourism, a vital lifeline for Aurora's economy, ground to a halt. Once lively with surfers and sightseers, coastal hotspots were shut down indefinitely, with tourist police patrolling the shores to uphold safety measures. Despite the severe flooding, power and mobile networks surprisingly stayed operational in certain areas, allowing local officials to efficiently manage rescue and relief efforts. Coastal storm surges rose to a concerning 2 to 3 meters, prompting the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration to issue urgent warnings. People living in low-lying and flood-vulnerable zones were strongly advised to evacuate to higher ground without delay. Tourism-reliant businesses are preparing for financial hardship as recovery operations get underway. Along Albay's eastern coastline, a massive storm surge swept through several coastal barangays, flooding homes and prompting widespread evacuations. At the same time, rescue efforts were hampered by road blockages caused by fallen trees and scattered debris. Emergency teams labored around the clock to clear key roads and reconnect isolated barangays.
sa ang dagat. Namumuti na. Kita mo lang.
Officials along Pepito's projected path responded quickly to reduce the risk of casualties. Disaster response units were deployed to relocate at-risk populations, prioritizing regions susceptible to flooding and landslides. Evacuation shelters, supplied with essential relief items, served as temporary havens for families forced to flee their homes. As fierce winds and heavy rains relentlessly pounded the region, relief efforts encountered major obstacles. The increasing frequency and intensity of typhoons striking the Philippines in 2024 have raised concerns among climate experts. While the archipelago normally faces around 20 typhoons each year, the concentration of such powerful storms in such a short period is highly unprecedented. Specialists link this trend to the global impact of climate change. Rising ocean temperatures are driving the formation of more intense and destructive typhoons, greatly amplifying their capacity to inflict severe damage. Beyond the immediate damage, communities are struggling with long-term impacts, such as displacement, loss of income, and heightened susceptibility to future storms. Super Typhoon Pepito is forecasted to move north of Manila before heading into the South China Sea by Monday. Yet its path has already had a lasting effect on the nation. Coastal areas stay on high alert for additional flooding, while city centers prepare for possible power disruptions and damage to infrastructure.